Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Phoenix Trading Strategies Forecasting Trading Room today, where strategic knowledge and information allows you to trade successfully. Excuse me. Today is April 2nd, 2:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Welcome to Phoenix Trading Strategies. Today, before we go on, let's go to the disclaimer. Then we'll take a look at the calendar. Disclaimer: future stocks and spot currency trading have large potential rewards, but also large potential risk. You must be aware of the risk and be willing to accept them in order to invest in future stocks and forex markets. Don't trade with money you can't afford to lose. This website is neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy, sell future stocks or forex. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed on this website. Past performance of indicators or methodology are not necessarily indicative of future results. Being that said and done, as you all know, today we dedicate this time to looking for live trading opportunities in the market, and there is some news that's going to be coming out today within the next hour. Construction PMI from the UK, and that will be actually it. So this could be a good thing, because that means that we should have some trades that should develop very nicely without interference of news. Seems like a lot of people went on vacation this week, because normally we have this room pretty filled. The Euro trade didn't play out on Monday. It got out pretty much at break even. It did go my way, but then, it reversed. It's all about the Greek tragedy right now. They just don't want to give it up. So let's take a look and see. So basically, what we're looking at, we just had Australian trade balance come out a few hours ago. We'll take a look at the Aussie, see how it was impacted, and we'll take a look at the pound pairs. We're looking at more news this coming morning. We have Canadian trade balance, U.S. trade balance, unemployment claims at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So I anticipate that there's going to be a lot of trades that are setting up for that as well. But we should see them set up tonight, which is actually a great thing, because we look for these opportunities based on the market. Let's see. Yeah, hopefully she won't say patient again. She has a tendency to be a little too strong with her words. So let's take a look at the charts and go from there. I actually like the New Zealand yen, and I was looking at it only because I don't have it here, but let me eliminate this one. Ouch. Let me eliminate this row here. And let's go back to the New Zealand. Let's go to the Aussie yen. I like the yen pairs short right now. This one was at the open. You can see power dots have formed here on the 15-minute, and they're starting to go down. The New Zealand yen was one of those that really stood out like a sore thumb for me, because I was looking at the radar and I could see the imbalance between the New Zealand and the yen on the 15-minute. However, I see Euro strength coming in, so the Euro Aussie and Euro New Zealand look to be also in play as well based on this. This is on the 15-minute. I'm not even going to higher time frames, but if I were to look at the radar, you can see that the Euro New Zealand is in play as well, and it's looking to go long based on what, on that. However, this is basically where I sort of say, why is this stalling right here? Now, right now, because we do have an hour left, I'm more curious to see how the British pound is going to be reacting, because the fact that the British pound is at a level of weakness that it cannot sustain must be brought back into balance. Same with the New Zealand. It's at a level of strength that it can't sustain. So being that said and done, I'm anticipating that the pound pairs are the ones that are going to really, really stand out like a sore thumb right now. So let's take a look at these, because I think that, since we are waiting for news to come out, it's always good to analyze them, go from top to bottom. And let me get my pen out, because, yeah, here it is. Good. We're going to be looking at higher time frames and working our way down on some of these. There we go. Excellent. So let's begin from the top and work our way down. Now it's trading up here. You have a dot that formed here at 156.13 or 148.13. So there's nothing really on the monthly that would say that I could say we could use, quite honestly. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I want you guys to get accustomed to how we analyze these markets here. Okay, so we have it 151.22. That's the closest one there, but it's not trading there yet. It's a little too far. Let's go to the daily. See if we have anything here. No, nothing here. Okay, so let's go to the 1440. And we're going to have to add data. Days. Let's add 35. Go from there. All right. Expand this out. Nothing on the British pound right now. Excuse me. Nothing on the 1440. Let's go to the 720. Okay. We're here, but we have a little bit of an announcement right here that this is a level that they're going to hold and play at. You know what? Never doubt what is already written in stone, because most of the time they will play that level, especially when there's news the way it's coming out right now. Now, the fact that it's been forming this level here on the 720 and that they've been playing off of the trend stop is actually a good thing. I think that we will find tremendous value in this information. Let's work our way down. 480. See, right there. So this is currently trading in the middle of the range. And again, you always want to map them out, because this is a way for you to actually determine what type of trade they're setting up for. Sometimes we lose sight of the most basic the most basic setup. So here, for instance, we have this, and we start to overanalyze and miss opportunities. Okay, so let's go to 240. So what I'm going to use for that one is I'm going to use the orange red. Let's go to the 180. We see power dots here. It's in the middle of the range. However, it is a valid resistance level. So we will accommodate. And we'll use green for this one. Okay. So this is the range that they're playing in right now. You can see how they formed this one here, but this one's, yeah, well, we will definitely do this. It repeated itself. They will probably use it again. Oops, that was no, that's fine. Nope, that was wrong. I need to change that one. This one is, and this one will use crimson. And there we go. Okay. So here, that's where you're trading at. Interesting. Even though it's in the middle of the range, this was a valid resistance level here as well. Okay, let's work our way down. See, the power dots formed here. They came down right off of this level to this one. And now, of course, they bounced. You have a pivot here. They broke through. They went right to this level again. Here's where we're at, right before the news. This level here, valid support level previously, and they're breaking it, but it's caught right in the middle of that one. I would sort of hold off on this one. I will use this other one though. Question. Yes, very tight. So what we will do here is that we will outline for the higher time frame, and let's work our way down. They formed here, and they did hold. You see the two pivots that formed, and then they came right back down. So we know the range. The range is pretty tight. It's about 100 pips that they're trading within right now. See this one, they're using this right here. So we'll outline it. Normally I do not like to put too many lines, but in this case they're sort of leading us to it. So we don't have much of a choice but to outline it, as they're using this as a support level here before going here. So we have to map out these levels. This one's up here, but this one's more valid than this one. This one lined up here, this one here. Okay, let's go down. And there it is, 60-minute right there. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for confirmation here that they would use this as a continuation. Now normally, when we see this, we anticipate, there's not much that we can go off here, only because at this particular moment, we literally have a half hour before the news announcement. So once this candle closes, we would need to see another power dot form here. Then at that point, we could say, okay, it's time to look at volume and go from there. Ooh, 45-minute, look at that. Nice row. So you have multi-time frame confirmation. that just maybe the news that's coming out ain't going to be the greatest for the UK. Let's outline that puppy. Okay. Did it here, did it here, did it here, did it here again. Okay. Let us continue. Trend stop is moving up, but everything else here says down from this level. Can't really use anything here. This, they broke through. This one would be actually a level that normally I would not use, but in this case I will outline it just because I want to see how they use it later. And I would just leave it as a line. Okay. Ouch. Let's look at 20-minute. Now, early this afternoon, they did make a move based on these here. The trade was from here to here, 43 pips to the upside. Now, of course, it's bouncing off of this level, so we need to wait and see how they play it. I'm not convinced yet to go short here, and I'm not convinced to go long, even though we have multi-time frame confirmation here, and the 60-minute says short. I would prefer to wait to see right before the news if they come up one more time before going short. Normally, when we've gone into early, it retraces on us, so I would actually wait at this particular time of the venture. But let's outline these here, because these levels will be important to us later. Again, they did it right here out of the 15-minute. This one, they bounced right off of it down. But they have not. This level is the one that's concerning me. 148.42. They don't break it. They could use it as a support level and go long. And I've seen that happen, so I want to actually wait on this. Like I said, I'm not too anxious to jump in any trade. This was a good trade to the upside, though. I mean, if you caught it at around, it was about 9:15 Eastern p.m., it was a great trade to the upside. It had all the components you would have been looking for. Multiple time frame confirmation, pivot points. It just didn't get any cleaner than that. And let's take a look at the 10-minute. Nothing here on the 10. Again, not comfortable with that there. So let's take a look at another pair right now. In the meantime, we have time. Let's take a look. This one's already mapped out, so we're good to go. Let's take a look at the pound yen. That one's always an interesting pair. And again, we'll go from scratch from the monthly all the way to the smaller time frames. Ouch, right there. There is a support level. Let's write that one down because we're not going to be able to plot it. That one is 175.88. The market is currently trading at, can't really see where it's trading at, but I know it's here. So 175.88, we will, that one's on the weekly, and that is a support level. Let's go to the daily. 179.80, So it's at 177.58, and this one was at 175. 175.88, or was it 175.58? Hold on, let me go back to that. 175.88. Okay. Always interesting when you're when you're going back in history to see how they're playing. This one's too far off. This one is not one that I would use. A little bit too far from where it's currently trading at. This one is all the way down here. Interesting. Okay. Let's go to the 1440. See if we have anything here. We do not. Okay, let's draw a line here for that daily level. 175.88. Okay, so that's a daily level. We'll see how that plays later on, if it's even in play. Nothing here on the 720. Let's work our way down. Nothing here on the 480. Again. Here we have something on the 240. Okay. Pivot right there. Right to that level. They're bouncing right off of it, so it'll be a good reference point for us. 178.47. And I will use the orange red. Okay, let's see if we're missing anything. Nope, nothing there. It has been coming down short, hasn't it? Look at that. 1, 2, 3. 3 levels. Interesting. This may be the one where we're looking for a reversal. Okay. Let us work our way down. Pivot right under this level. Again, good resistance. And we are looking for support levels, but we can't seem to find them. This would be it, 177.08. Let's go to the 120. And here it is, right here. That's what I was looking for. Excuse me. Yeah, very soon we will be analyzing you. Patience is virtue. Let's use okay. Let's go down. Actually, no, let's not. Let's see this. It's formed right here. But then they came here. No, I won't use this level quite yet. And this one, that was support there. That was support, but then they broke right through it. And lines up with this one. This one, no. No, we're good. We're good here. Let's continue down. Here is this one, 90-minute pivot to the upside. Let's draw this one, let's map this one out. Okay. Let's see. It's bouncing off of this level right here. Interesting. Very, very interesting. No. It's crimson. Actually, it will be this one. Okay. So now we know the range that they're playing. Again, I don't like this one too much. It's, the pound dollar is saying short. This one is not really telling us short or long yet. It's more long than short based on the 90-minute. So we'll see if it goes up and achieves that. Nothing here that we can use in the 45-minute, the 30-minute, same thing. Can't really use anything here right now. The 20-minute says short, and it did go short right to the trend stop. So let us isolate this here as a good reference point, as we will be using it. Again here on the 15-minute. Now this one's interesting only because I want to measure it from here to here, 13 pips. Now we've said that if power dots form 10 to 20 pips away from a higher time frame price level, most of the time they're pretty accurate in saying short. However, here I think we want to wait and see to see how this one reacts, especially because they broke through this level. But this one wasn't really the level for the for this trade. It was more earlier, and it did come down, so it's already played out its purpose. I don't think I want to outline this one any further here. Let's see what the 10-minute has to show. Well, this one showed long right here. So at least we know the range. And we'll see if it bounces right off that level. See, it broke through this one, and this one announced short, and it did go short. Not too much, but enough. 26 pips to make a difference on a small trade. This one had to have been the same thing. 26, 28 pips. So we'll see how they play it right now. If they hold or if they do not. Let's take a look at the GPUSD. See, told you they were going to bring it up one more time. I wasn't that keen on going short here. I wanted to wait to see how they reacted. Because they were going to use this 148.42 as a support level. So I'm still going to wait for them to come up one more time. I wouldn't be jumping in on this trade quite yet. So now that we isolated that one, let's take a look at the, what would be another one? GBP, Swiss. I really don't like the Swiss, but actually no. Let's take a look at the pound Aussie. That one would be our next one to look at. No, that's too far. Nothing there that we could use. Okay. Weekly. Again, too far. Excuse me. Daily. Ooh, right there. That's where I wanted you. 196.83. And we have resistance on a daily level. It's trading right now 195.87, so it's about 100 pips away. So that one will be very, very interesting to see how it plays out. That one. Try and move quickly with this. We only have, see, right here, 196.76. It is a very strong resistance level. And the other one was 196.88. So we'll use this one. This one's a little bit more concrete, closer to it. Let's see if it comes, if it runs. Nothing here. 480. Let's see. We do have it right here at 194.35. So if it did make a move that low, if it became short, I guess we would want to reference this price level. Okay. Actually, I will use... All right, let's go to the 240. It broke through resistance levels right here. This is interesting. Well, it's fair to say the Aussie didn't have great news today. Based on that, I guess it does make sense. This would be a resistance level, and we will use... Where are you? Oh, here it is. Okay. So yeah, I don't like the fact that it broke through. It means that it's definitely going to make a move to the upside. Based on what it's currently doing, it's only... This is 95.39, so it's 40 pips away from where it began. I'd say we're a little late on it, but at least we know where the next level is. Excuse me. Nothing that I could use here. Okay. Anything here? This level was a valid support, and they broke through it. So yeah, we can use this one. But I would not use this one more than... Where is that color? I was looking for... Now I'll explain why. Since earlier it was a valid support level, but then they used it, then they broke through it, so it's no longer a valid support level right now. However, it is a valid resistance level that they're going to be using here. Let's see if it plays out. Question: Hot pink, thank you. Let us continue drilling down. See, we have a pivot here. Came down but it bounced off this level, so again, we're waiting to see what type of reaction they have there. Nothing is set in stone until the news comes out. Wow, this was right before the open. What a move. Let's see. $171 pips. Ouch. That was a memorable trade. Let's go to the 45. They broke through this level. Went right to the top and bounced right off of it, so interesting. 30-minute. Nope, can't really use anything here. Anything here? No. Nope. Can't really use anything there. Let's go to the 20. 20-minute did announce long here, and it has been going long. However, again, we fall into that dilemma that it is looking to reverse. So that tells us that something is up. It's not making sense. Nice multiple time frame confirmation to the upside. A nice pivot there. Here's where your entry would have been, right after that pivot. So I am going to announce one thing. Next week, I get back from vacation on Wednesday afternoon from 6 p.m. Eastern to about, I'd like to say 9 p.m. Eastern. I am going to open up a new Asian session, so we can trade the Asian session, and right after that same evening or early morning Thursday, we are going to trade the European session live as well. So I'm going to change this up, and I'm going to give you 2 live trading sessions the same day. I think it'll make the difference, and you'll be able to catch some trades during the Asian session that maybe you've been missing. I want to show you guys. See, they broke through this level. Treachery. Treachery. You know, nothing we can do here. I'm not ready to say this is coming short because it has room. It's right now 95.83. It could jump to 96.17 and then come down. And come down to 95.38 again. So I'm sort of iffy on this trade. I'm not completely sold on it. I would rather wait and see. This one's going to be one of those where I want to wait and see. Alright, let's take a look at the pound New Zealand. We still have a few more minutes. Let's see how this one is going to play. Ooh, this one says short, but it's a little far from where it's currently trading, but it says short. You know, what can you say? Sometimes you gotta go with the flow, especially on the monthly. I mean, you know, you just can't. The monthly, when it says short, I mean, it really means it. They're not playing. So let's go down to the weekly and see if we have more confirmation of such things. Now here we have long, and they bounced right off of it actually. So weekly, And the level is 192.56. It is support. And we have a level here where they're currently trading off of, and this one was short actually. So this one is the daily. That's 199.87, and it is actually a support level as well on the daily. This one here is not a support level, but could say they could come back to it. I'm just sort of questioning. I'd like to see what we see more in the smaller time frames. All right, let's take a look at this because we don't got that much time. Come back here, come back here. All right. No. So what was that one? 195, 192.56. Too far on the weekly, 199.87. On the $199.87, right here, you bad boy. Right here. Oh, we'll put this as a very, very strong resistance level. Let's see. Yeah. Yep. You hit the mark. Let's continue. Ooh, right here. See, look at that. Gotta like it when they give you the signals. Okay. All right, let's come out with 480. And we have one here, but well, actually it was. No, it wasn't. They broke through it. Can't really use it. But we will outline it as a different level. We'll see how they play that one. Let's work our way down. Now they broke through this level. Nothing. Okay. Let's go continue. Nope, broke through it, went long. Nothing here. Okay. 120. And nothing. Nothing that we could use here. Again, 90. If it came down, probably this would be the level it would come down to. So let us outline this. And let's work our way down. Let's see. Aha! The culprit, long. You know, that pound Aussie and this one are a little treacherous right now. More to the upside than anything. I would really, really be cautious about these two trades right now. Let's see, 45. Eesh, look at that. Multi-time frame confirmation to the upside. And it breaks, if it stays above this one, more likely will come up here again. So let us continue. Interesting. 20-minute. Nothing that we could use here. Interesting trade. Very, very interesting trade. Okay. Did come down from that level though. See, they went up and they came down. So I'm sort of curious to see how they're going to play this. All right, so now let's go to the US pound dollar. See, this one did come up, just like I said it would. Now it's reversing. Now I feel comfortable looking to get into a short position, but I'm going to wait and see how they scream to the upside. The news is coming out literally in 8 minutes. I would tell you, no buy, hold, sell trade recommendations, but I like this thing short from here. And I like it short because it reached a higher time frame level. This has to be a 180 or a 90 minute. And, okay. Now I'm in. So I'm in here at 148.61. I would tell you put a stop loss above 148.65. Actually above 148.68. Your risk is 10 pips on this. That's what your risk should be. I'm in because they came here, and this is where now we bring in the volume. Of course, this is right before the news. Is it 1.5 hours away? Oh, that's right. What was I thinking? Thank you for mentioning that. Now, because they're bouncing off of this level, this is where volume becomes, oopsie daisy, come on, stop playing with me. This is where the volume becomes a very key component. So we want to see what they did here. Very interesting. Remember, the fact that they didn't break above this price level is important to us. Now, being that said and done, we're looking at the total buying volume here. We're looking at, remember, it's a zero-sum game, so it has to balance out to zero. So it's 120 million on the buy side, 87 million on the sell side, 33 million on the buy side, and they did not break 148.65. The next candle, smaller candle, but still a lot of high frequency trading in this candle. 105 on the buy, 122 on the sell, a difference of 16 million because they pulled away from 148.65. And now, of course, where this is currently trading, you know, the volume is driving price action down. We're actually up 1 pip. So we pretty much paid the spread on this one. I'm curious to see, because it bounced off this level, if the numbers on the news are negative for the UK, anticipate this level coming all the way down here to 148.18. Now sometimes you just got to let the trades play out. So that means that this trade would signify 46 pips to the downside. Now let's say that before the news they actually come down 46 pips. I'd be very content. Now, if we look at the 30-minute time frame on this, we could say that it's going to come down, they would probably come down a little further. And the further it would come down to be 147.90. So that would make this trade, if it comes from point A to point C, 76. And if it comes from point A to point D, that makes this trade 101 pip trade. So these are the levels that you should anticipate getting out on. If it comes down to this level before the news, I'd say take it. Or move your stop loss accordingly so that you don't give up too much if it bounces right back up. Let's take a look at the other pairs that we were looking at. And see, we have multi-time frame confirmation on this one, short. So that's a good thing, not a bad thing. We just need to let this trade play out. Let's see what we have in the pound yen. That one was an interesting pair as well. Now sometimes they already know the outcome of the news, so they already start in that direction. Let's see if we're correct with our assumption. It would be nice if we had a really, really good run today, right before NFP. Yeah, see there. So long as it holds right below that. Again, this one's doing the same thing. Came right to this level. You know, should come down pretty aggressively. Yeah, I'm from here to where it's currently trading. It's only 10 pip difference. I'd feel comfortable shorting this at this level. They filled me at 177.66, 177.77. Above that would be my stop loss. Exposure, no more than 12, 13 pips. Very minimal. Let's look at the pound Aussie. Let's see if they've set up that way as well. We'll take a look at the Aussie dollar because that one's a little weird earlier today since the numbers were negative. But I want to see how it looks right now, how it's playing out. Yeah, see, this one is, to me, this one's still long. I'm not convinced that it's going short anytime soon. And sometimes you can't have inverted pairs. You know, some go long, some go short. In this case, I'd still be long on this one, actually. I wouldn't be short. Now, if it comes, it's trading at 195.94, so it would have to move up 100 pips, practically, or close to 80 pips before going short. When it doesn't seem right, I don't like to touch it. And this one, for some reason, just doesn't seem right. You have multi-time frame confirmation to the upside. Let's take a look at that Aussie dollar. That one's a real treacherous one. Yeah, see this one, you have weakness. This is on the 15-minute. Let's go from scratch and work our way down. Let's give it a second. Ouch! Oh God! Why did I do that? I need to eliminate the volume indicator. Oh man, seriously? Let's give it a second. Otherwise I'm going to have to shut Ninja down and then reopen it to not lose what we've already mapped out. Yeah. I'm going to have to shut it down. That hurt. Okay, let's try that again. Let's give it a second. And here we come. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, God, really? Okay. Fair enough. Let's go to workspace. Let's go to... Let's see. Bear with... Oh, okay, good. We didn't lose it. Question. No, if you shut it down when it's doing that, they're actually saved. So, that line didn't come out here. Why not? Let's look at the pound dollar. See what... Oh, great. I did lose my lines on some of these. Ouch. Let's look at the pound yen. Yeah, but positive on the pound yen. Already starting to come down. Let's look at the pound Aussie. It's starting to look short, but we're looking at the Aussie dollar on this one. Thinking long because of the fact trading there. Do we have anything here? No. Nothing here right now. Looks to go short on the monthly. That could be a good sign for us. On the weekly, it has been short. No support levels. On the daily, nope, short again. Still holding right off of 75.59, but it's still short. Let's go to the 1440 and data series. I guess I did lose my lines on the others. Okay, here we have a support level. See, this one's telling you pound Aussie strength against a dollar. So we'll map this puppy out right here. And let's work our way down. Nothing. Wouldn't use this level. Actually, just might. I think I will use this level, actually. Leave it there. 480. Nothing here. Nothing here. Okay. Let's go to the 240. Nope. Nothing that we could use here for support. Let's go to the 180. Again, nothing. I mean, this level here is was a very strong support level. Okay, it's on 180, but they've broken right below it, so it'll be interesting. I mean, it's at a support level could bounce back up. It'll be interesting to see how that one plays, actually. Nothing there. Let's go to the 90 minute. There's nothing here. I mean, yesterday was a good trade to go short, and it did go short from here to here, so it does validate this level. They've been using it as a resistance level. We'll map this out. Okay, let's go to the 60. 45. Nothing there. Let's see. Nope. Nothing that we could use. 30. It'd be very, very interesting, actually. I wouldn't go long on this one quite yet, even though it seems like it's going to go long. I'm still thinking this one is still short. It did go short during the news, during the trade balance, and it's bouncing off of that level, but I'm not convinced. See, here on the 20 minute, it says short, and it did, right down to this level, and now it's bouncing off of it. Based on that information, I could say that, yeah, the Aussie will strengthen. If it does, then the pound Aussie is a great trade to go short. $15-minute, again, look at this, right off of this level. You know, normally that type of multi-time frame confirmation says short, sort of makes you question the validity of this trade, whether it's going to come back down. Starting to come back down. I'm not too comfortable with it the way I am with the pound yen and the pound dollar. BP, USD. See, with these, I'm comfortable with these going short right now, right before the news. I'd actually, you know, that means could be pound weakness. Let's take a look at the pound New Zealand, see if that one is giving us an indication. Yeah, see, this one's going short. Bounced right off this level, 98.67. Ooh, right at this level, look at that. If it breaks through it, it will come down. Yeah, I feel comfortable taking a position here on this one. No buy, hold, sell trade recommendations. Your stop loss should be above 198.67. So calculate a good 15 pips from this level. We'll see how it plays out. This one will be interesting, actually. This one will be an interesting trade to monitor. But because of that, then we could say that the pound Aussie is also subject to come down. Now let's go to the higher time frames on this one, just because I want to see where that bloody level is. 480 that I'm missing. Where are you? No. 180. No. 120. No. Where are you? Was it on the 1440? No, see, this one here says short from this level. That's significant to me. Was it on the daily? Was it the weekly? No. Was it the monthly? No. 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 Let's go to the 60. Yeah, see, the daily here is saying short, and this one is bouncing short right off of this level. I would say 9,600, yeah. Pivot here. Yeah, I'll take a position here. Consider your stop loss up here, 96.57. That's a long stop loss, and I don't like that. So we'll see. I'm going to be watching this one. But the fact that we had a daily level on the 1440 saying short right now, that to me was somewhat significant. I'll monitor this one a little further. I won't say yay or nay yet, but based on how the others have traded, and the fact that this is the daily high of today, it bounced right off of it. Came down pretty aggressive. So we'll see. If it comes down right before the news to this level, I'd probably get out. Just because this level is a little scary for me. That would be my only concern at this point. That would be my only concern. Let's see, pound New Zealand. Yeah, see, this one is about to go our way. And if I'm using the moving averages, I'll anticipate this one to come down to 97.80 from where it's at, 98.43. That's a pretty decent drop if you think about it. But in reality, the next level should be 98.14 as the first level you should be contemplating on this. And then 97.73, 97.80. And if it continues, then 97.11. So it'll be interesting to see how these unfold. Now the pound yen is already come down quite a bit. This one we're up 10 pips, a little bit more. And of course the pound dollar, which is our leading pair here. And that one we are up 7 pips right before the announcement. So these are the trades right now. Let's see if... Ooh, Euro CAD. Look at that. Yeah, see pound getting stronger against New Zealand, yen, Aussie, and this one. I'd be curious to see the pound CAD, actually. Ooh, bounced off this level. But my only concern is that the CAD's at a level of weakness that they'll force it to rebalance to the upside. And instead of this going short, well, actually, it's going long right now. Came down, tested this level. But if we're looking for pound, ouch, that makes no sense. This is pound strength against these, when we should be seeing pound weakness. That's interesting. Whoa. That's food for thought there. JPY. Yeah, we'll have to monitor these and see how they do. I'm actually curious how this one's holding. Pound yen. Interesting. Let's see, what do we have here in the market analyzer? Power dots on the 240. On the 240. Wow. Let's go to the 240. Yeah. See, that says short. Anytime I see that, I'm like, no. Gotta respect that 240 level because it can really, really pack a punch. That's a 4-hour level. This one would be... Yeah, we're definitely going to look at you short. That's for sure. And here, this would be the first support level that we talked about. And 90-minute. Yep. Yeah, I like you short. That's for sure. This is a resistance level it's going off of right now. And that's what I was looking for. Let's look at the 60-minute. 45. Ooh, the 45-minute formed right here. There's the power dot. Okay. Yeah, now I feel a little bit more comfortable with this decision on this one. pound dollar. Pound dollar. See the pound Aussie. See, look at that. Aussie strength. Let's see if it plays. And the pound New Zealand should be falling in line as well. Ouch. GBP and ZD. There it is. There it is. Yeah, no, I'm comfortable with these trades right now. Where? On our desk. He sprayed it today, Ricardo, right around it. So there, that's fine. Go. I'll buy something else to spray. Okay. So, I'm comfortable with the decisions that on some of these trades. Makes me sort of wonder and look at the pound CAD a little further. See if it's a potentially good trade, but that pivot right there bounced off this level. Let's see. When I'm doing here on in the room, I usually execute them off of the simulation just because on my live account I don't trade off of Ninja. I use it for charting, specifically for charting. I execute live trades off of an MT4 account. Here, nothing. Here, no, nothing here. On this one, here, 18721, and this one's 18827 off of a daily. And there's a pivot on this one. It's too far, it's about 100 pips away. Let's go to the 1440 and see if we can use anything of that nature. 35. No, nothing here on this one. Let's go to a 720. Yeah, see the 720 saying short. Only concern about this one right now is where it is currently. This is resistance. I'm just curious to see how those other trades play out. Okay. So this one would be for the 480. Again, resistance. And we don't have anything as support. 240. You do have support right here. That's why. When I saw this one, it was a little strange to see how it was forming. Let's go with, yeah, we can go with this for this time being. Okay, and now we can go to the smaller time frame. Oof, right there. But pivot right there. Is there anything else that we can use here? No. Let's map it out anyway. Okay, this one would be this forest green. Okay. Let's go down a few more levels and see if there's anything that we can use. No. Nothing there. This one, right off that level, it's bouncing. Came to the trend stop. Even though they broke through this level, remember I told you that if ever you see them break through a level, you can use it as a support or resistance level, because they will. So we'll go to a smaller time frame and see how that one looks. Nothing there. You see that's long right there, but he has a position. Nothing. Okay. Let's go to the 45. Nope. Nope. That one's there. Ow. So they broke through this level. It's the same level again repeating that they broke through right here. They did it 3 times. Let's go to the 30 minutes. And it's going short from that level. 20 minute. Expand. See here, for instance, this is where it would make sense to look at volume and see how they're using their volume in this trade. And we have about a half hour before the announcement. Okay. So this was the level that did go short to this, came right back up. And of course, let's retest it. If we use this as the power that's forming above this level for it to come down the way they did previously. Again, look right down to this level. Came up, came down, never came back up, but I'm curious about this one right now. I'm more interested in seeing how the volume is actually reported here. And that's quite a bit of volume for a 20-minute. 250 on the buy, 272 on the sell. This one had a bullish candle with negative volume. Interesting. And then this one had less volume, but more negative volume again because they pulled away from that price level. And now we have this one, which is just closed, a lot less volume. Looks like this is going to go short from this level. I mean, they just never went any further. The volume just completely dropped from these 2 previous candles here. And then you can see basically what they're doing. So yeah, I guess this would be, I guess you could say this could be a good entry here at this price level, but your stop loss would have to be above this. Again, you're probably looking at around a 10 pip. I'm just not comfortable going with it because look, you have angle, the candles are trading above the trend dots. The trend stop is moving up. No, I'm not comfortable with this one yet. I think it may spike up a bit more before it comes down. Unlike the others, this one's a little bit, this one is still bullish, I think. I'm not too convinced of it quite yet. I mean, your exposure would be 10 pips, if that. But I still think that it has room to come up one more time. See, there it goes. And if it breaks through 187.30, then it could scream to the upside. And then there's nothing holding it back from going to 188.15, which I'm not too comfortable with. So no, I'd actually wait on this one and see what they do here on this candle. Let's go to the smaller time frame. Yeah, see, here's a pivot here, but I don't like the fact that it bounced right off of this. This makes it bullish, and that brings concern, actually. USD to these. See what the pound yen is doing. No, this one's still good. Just a small retracement, but still looks solid to the downside. Pound Aussie. This one's still holding short. Pound New Zealand. No, this one still looks good to the downside. Pound CAD. This would be the only one that's of concern right now because of what it started to do. Now, for all we know, they could be driving this up higher. Let's see, it didn't break. It did not break above. It went and then pulled right back down. Again, the volume is where it will differentiate. See this one here, we have 158 million long, 170 million short. A bullish candle with bearish volume. This one, it's still bullish. Now, you have quite a few things going for you here. You have the moving averages right here, which it's bouncing off of. You have a pivot here, but this is a level. This is not really a valid resistance level, and could be broken. You know, we're using it from a higher time frame, so that's why I'm sort of concerned. Now, because of that, I guess if you did want to enter this trade short, and I don't feel comfortable entering this trade short quite yet, Let's go to the 5-minute real quickly, just to see it. This one's a very strange one from that perspective. See? It formed a trend stop and this. So the fact that it ended with this one, even though it ended here, this one still has room to move to the upside again. This is concerning. You have volume divergence to the downside. Let's look at this. Okay, positive, they went up, pulled right back down. This one, same thing. And then this one right now. Again, they're trading right below that price level. Nothing extravagant. We're seeing the volume divergence here. Just doesn't seem to be a clear trade. And when it's not clear, you can't force it. So no, I would stay away from this one. I wouldn't jump in on this one. Let's take a look at the pound Swissy. This one should be a little interesting. Look at this one. This one's bearish. Let's take a look at the 15-minute on it. Oh, they've really held this one, haven't they? Look at this. Not an extravagant move per se, but from top to bottom, I'd say a good, 42 pips. Not bad. But not a real extravagant move on this one. Let's see the 20-minute. Oh yeah, there is bearish. There it is. A little late on this one. I would actually refrain. Looks like it still has more room to move, but we're late. And once you're late, I don't recommend following trades. It's never a good thing. Let's go down. Interesting. Well, let's see if it continues to come down from here. And the reason why I'm saying this is because this level right here, 148.41, is its support level. I would feel more comfortable before the news if it broke below this level. And that's 6 pips away from there. see, this is how the pivots map out the next level sometimes. So like I said, 148.41, and then the next level would be 148.27. Actually, let's map this one out again, since we have time. Let's remove volume. Okay, let's go to the 1440. Nothing here. Daily. Nothing here. Weekly. Nothing here. And monthly. Nope, nothing here. Okay. So let us go to the 720 and add more data. Okay. This is where it was. We said short based on this. Okay, resistance on this. $480. Support here. $240. Support there. See, it's bouncing off of the trend stop right here. But we still have room to go. Support. And I'll use this one. $80 right here. Okay. This was the level that I was looking for. $120 right there. $90. Here it is. There's the power dot. That's the one we were missing. What happened? Patience, patience, patience. Okay. No, I'm still short. I'm still... See, power dots formed right here on the 60-minute, right below this level. This one was a... What was this? This was Crimson. Okay. Power dots right here, right below this level on the 60-minute. That is a good sign, actually. Means you have multi-time frame confirmation to the downside. Really? Sheesh. Oh, God. Fuchsia says, correct your colors. Okay, 45 minutes. My God, man. If this isn't confirmation, I don't know what is to go short. Yeah, no, I think I'm going to reiterate. Let's go down to the 20. And the distance here between this and this is 12 pips, which makes it valid. Don't like the fact that it's still in a congestion level, but if it comes down from here right back down, even if it's here right before the news, I'll be content. Even though I would prefer if it break below 148.41 the way we mentioned earlier. Then at that point I would say, okay, anticipated coming down to 148.16 from where it's currently trading. So, no, I'd say that one can hold. See, this one's doing the same thing. And it's bouncing off of this level right here. Let's see, GBP, NZD. This one just came down pretty aggressively. The pound New Zealand means the pound to Aussie should be, yeah, same thing. The fact that they're going short before the news release is somewhat, and that we have higher time frame confirmation of the direction is good. Now we just need to let them play out. So we have 10 minutes before the news comes out. Again, your stop loss based on these, I would tell you move your stop loss to break even at this point because you're already positive 10, 11 pips if you're in these. I'd say move the stop loss to a break even point and let them just unfold. Sometimes you have to let trades just breathe and unfold. You can't do more than that. But if we were right about this coming down from here to here, this is a 100 pip drop, if I'm not mistaken. Even though in this case it would be from here to here. 104 pips. Yeah. Anticipate if the news is not that good. And that would be the only thing. Then we should see this thing come down pretty aggressively. Any questions so far on the price, on the levels? Should we even consider looking at the volume at this point? It just makes sense just to confirm and verify. The volume is there for one thing, just to verify how they're driving their price and the direction. And sometimes the decision, as I said, has already been made prior to the news release. when that happens, the way it's happening here in this case, it makes sense to look at volume to see, okay, what did they do here at this price level? Why didn't they break above it? There was a surplus difference of 26 million here that in orders that wasn't filled. And the next candle came in, again, a difference of 7.7 million that wasn't filled by the sellers because the buyers were trying to bid it higher than that price level. And then here, again, same thing, but they pulled away. So, no, I'd say I think we're pretty content with where this is heading right now. But again, I would feel more comfortable if it broke below 148.41. If it trades below this price right before the news, then at that point I'd say, okay, the next level is here, 148.18. So it'll be very interesting to see if it does do that. If it does do that, then I say the short trade stands pretty strong. And here it comes. No news interfering in these trades right now, which is very, very good at this point. Normally, there's news that gets in the way and sometimes throw some of these trades off beforehand. So in this case, it all looks very, very good. Let's take a look at the JPY. And remember, we are going to have non-farm payroll this Friday. So anticipate, yeah, see this one's coming short as well. I will be opening up the room at around 8:15 a.m. Eastern. Actually, no, I'll be opening it up at 8:10. The announcement comes at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, so we'll be open about 25-30 minutes beforehand. Yeah, see this one already broke below these levels here. Has to come to this level, and then this one here. You can see how the pivots line up. If it comes all the way down, I'm very, very happy. At that point, right before our news announcement, I'm ecstatic. Let me remove the volume indicator in this case before the news comes out so that we can actually switch very easily. All right, I'll be right back. Seems like it's holding very well. Let's take a look at the pound Aussie, pound New Zealand. I would feel more comfortable if this trade was trading below 195.29. GBP and CD. This one is come down pretty aggressively. That's a good sign. If it trades below 198.00 on this one, we're good. And so long as this one holds below 148.41, I'm happy. But I don't like the fact that it's looking to bounce off of this level. 148.33. Three minutes to the announcement. That's the one thing about the European session that we do. Normally, we'll find some really good opportunities before any news announcements. Usually they do midweek reversals, and I guess these would be the ones. Triple bottom. You know, in this case, I wouldn't say that it's too significant because I'm actually anticipating this to go down. See, because it traded below this pivot, the next one is this level right here, 148.20. So if it comes down to 148.20, then that's right above 148.16. I would feel contempt. I'd probably take, if it doesn't do anything more than that, I'd probably get out. Let's go to 5 minutes since we are on. Yeah, 148.26. Come on, go below 148.30, 32. Make us a happy camper. It's right at 148.32. Good God. Yeah, this is where, you know, this is where the technology really, really excels. If you're able to isolate the levels correctly, then you're usually able to pinpoint the trade. And remember, the whole purpose of this is to identify the trade before it actually unfolds. Ooh, look at that come down. Wow. And this is before the announcement. Look at this. They're all positive. Whoa. That was not... That was pretty aggressive, actually. It came exactly to this level, that 148.15, and bounced right off of it. That was treacherous, but it still has room to come down again even further. See, the only difference between myself analyzing these trades for you and guiding you in the direction that the banks are going and you doing it is just practice. If you follow directions on this, you will get the same results. We're not reinventing the wheel. We're using their information against themselves. That's the difference. Let's take a look at the pound yen. Since this one's playing that whipsaw effect of maybe, maybe not, maybe so. Wow. That dropped really aggressively. Pound Aussie. See, that was my concern. That level. This level right here. If it broke below it, I told you I would feel more comfortable, but it didn't. Let's go to the pound New Zealand real quickly, and then we'll come back and possibly kill this trade. See, this one didn't come down too aggressively, but just enough. So you could actually, interesting. And actually what I'm going to do is, yeah, let's do this. From here to here, just to see how they hit these levels. I never use Fibonacci, but a client of mine has been using Fibonacci for a very, very long time, and he's been asking about these levels. So, see, if they don't break above this level, then they're coming right back down. But the power dots allow you to map it out even better than anyone would imagine. Very long wicks, yes. But nothing's happening. They're sort of holding. The fact that they came down all the way is good. We did anticipate them doing that. But remember, there's news in the morning. So it all depends on what you want to do. You can move your stop loss accordingly to basically secure a better position, or you can take what you have off the table. I mean, quite honestly, based on all these trades, you know, you're looking at 26, 26, 30, 8, you know, you're looking at a little bit over 80 pips in a matter of a 2-hour session on 4 trades. You can't go wrong. So it all depends on what you want to do. I can't tell you not to take, you know, not to close the trades. I can't tell you to stay in the trade. That's really up to you. At least now you're ahead of the game. I think that, I guess what we were more anticipating in this case was to see, because they came right down to this level, which is right here. Look at that, treacherous. Right to the pivot. But I still think it's got to come down. And I still think that it's got to come down here. Why? Because it's going from this level, which is a 180 or a 90 minute, to a 240 level. So it really comes down to whether you wish to let the trade unfold. You're going to see it come, it'll first come to this level, 148.12. If it breaks that level down, it'll go to 148 even. If it goes below 148 even, anticipate definitely 147.62. That's your floor right there. So it really falls down to you. Now, don't like the fact that on the 15-minute it formed a power dot right here. I'm not that keen on that because it formed here and look what happened. And this is right after the news announcement. So I would be somewhat concerned, and that's why I was concerned about this trade, the pound Aussie. I didn't like that. I don't like that it formed a pivot here, means taking it long. So I would actually, I'd get out of this trade. I don't like this one. I don't like the way this one ended up playing. Sometimes better be safe than sorry. This one, you know, came and bounced off of the moving average. If we look at price, it bounced off right here, 197.72. So it didn't go down any further. Like I said, sometimes there isn't a need to prove anything when you're ahead of the game. It really comes down to two things: risk management and greed. Don't let greed blind you. Sometimes it's better to take some off the table and just walk away. I didn't like this one too much. It was still the way that it's set up. The pound yen, no. Let's try that again. GBP, JPY. This one, formed a power dot here, but it's in the middle of the range. I'd say they're going to challenge and break below it, just like the US dollar. It's in the middle of the range. I'd say that if it comes down, it'll break below it. You could probably, like I said, move your stop loss to 10 pips, and just wait. Let it trade, let it unfold. If you see that it doesn't go down any further, then it's not going to go down any further. There's nothing really much more that you can do. I'd say that it still has room to come down a bit, but like I said, I can't tell you not to get out of a trade. And see, when it's trading too close, normally it breaks right below, because this is in the middle of the range again. So if it breaks below 148.29, then you know that it's got more room to run, and it'll come right back down to 148.15. I'd say, I'm going to wait it out and see at this point. There isn't any more news that would affect some of these trades, so don't think there's anything else in that regard. Let's see, anything interesting here? No. Yeah, see, we're seeing the pound start to turn. But I'm not too convinced about that yet. Now I think I'd take a look. Yeah, see, now I think I'd take a look at the pound CAD. Just because that one was a really tricky little devil. It came down, was up here, and just slammed, and it bounced off this level. This is like the pound Aussie and pound New Zealand, where sometimes you just want to get out. That's why I wasn't keen on this one. It did come down. We weren't wrong with our assessment. It did use this level as a resistance level, and it came down. I mean, if we measure it, this thing came down from here to here, 45 pips. Not a bad trade. But it didn't fit our profile. There was a little bit too much risk involved. See? I'd let the pound dollar actually unfold a little further. And the pound yen. Yeah. I think the pound yen still has to come down to this level. It's not done yet. And if we measure it, this one probably may be the one that yields the most pips. No, 93 pips actually. Still very good. If it comes down to that level, which I think it will, then you're solid. So that's all I have to show you for today. I hope that you have enjoyed this session as much as I have. It's always exciting trading when the news is coming out and when, the levels line up accordingly to how the news is going to be released. Then at that point you know that you've got a really, really good trade. So hopefully this lesson has made it a little bit more easier for you guys. And hopefully you were able to make some money off of these trades. That's all I have for today, guys. So I wish you the very best. I'll see you Friday morning for Non-Farm Payroll. And I will not be doing a session Monday morning because I am going to be on vacation, but I will be back. I will send an email for you guys, for everyone to sign up for that Wednesday session, for the Asian session. I think that'll be very helpful for a lot of you to see, see me dissect a lot of these trades during the Asian session that you could be taking advantage. So that's pretty much it. Have a great day. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. My email is ricardo@phoenixtradingstrategies.com. You have my telephone number. Do not call me right now. I will be falling asleep. I will put you on my do not call list if you do. 818-431-1357. And if any of you are interested in buying the software, send me an email. Let's talk, and we'll go from there. Okay? Have a great evening. Have a great morning. Have a great afternoon. I'm glad that I was able to help you guys find some really nice trades today. Have a great weekend. We will see you Friday morning for Non-Farm Payroll.